Hey, everybody. Thank you so much for requesting this private session that Victoria and I are getting ready to do. And Victoria has this amazing app coming out soon. And I've been in communication with her for several months as she's been on my podcast, and now I've been on hers. And I can only imagine the stress, the anxiety, all the hoops that you've been jumping through.
Oh,
And I think we're going to do some tapping on that today. Is that right?
yeah. Oh, yeah. Definitely. Let's tap it away.
So at this point, you were supposed to have released already. There's been these
Okay.
different holdups, these different things, and I'm sure it'll all end up being perfectly aligned and right on time. But
Yes.
what are the feelings that come up for you now around it?
The feelings are fear, still a little resentful that it took as long as it did, and I was a little bit misled. And and also just a little uncertainty, like, am I going to get myself involved in, because now have a new team. Once they release the code to me, I have a new team. So I just want to really feel like I want to just release the past. I just want to release all the upset and the frustration and the disappointment, and I just want to move forward, because that I just don't want to bring that energy into this new wonderful app. And
What does the
so many
energy
people,
right now feel like? What's the negative side of it? What is it feeling like for you now when you're in that kind of fearful, resentful place?
like, I almost feel like crying. I feel almost sorry for myself. I feel like uh sometimes a little ashamed that maybe like the way that maybe I've contributed to it, with my level of frustration, being very vocal about that. And just I think more than anything, just afraid, just
What
like
is the fear of? What are you afraid of?
what if did all of this, and and then I don't achieve the level of success. I don't get it all the way out to the whole world. I it what if I release it and there's still problems with, the code? What if I find myself in this situation with another development team, that I'm now, moving away from this old team and moving into a new one, that I, really just looking for a professional relationship where I can just be the client and not have, and not be left having, you know, basically to walk these people through all the, um, like they misled me, and so I it when you have been misled so deeply, and you have been through, I mean, I literally, even as soon as last night, I'm still spending 3 hours
Mm,
of checking through the build to make sure, and making precise notes and taking screenshots and videos and things like that. And
wow.
I just don't want to do that anymore.
You feel like
You know,
you should have already gotten this taken care of by hiring the team that you've already had working for you, and like they should know what they're doing.
exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. And I'm ready to have professional, fun, enjoyable, experience. I'm ready to reap the rewards of all of my hard work. I'm ready for the world to change their lives. I mean, there's so many people. It's so fun in a way, because it's
Yeah, I'm
like
so excited
so
for
many.
you and for this. It sounds amazing.
Yeah, because so many people are just like, "Oh my God, when's your new app gonna come out? When's and it's like, will they like it? Will everybody like actually
There's a little
like
bit
the
of like
app?
self-doubt creeping in.
A little self-doubt,
Yeah.
there's a little self-doubt. It's like, what if I did all this, and and it's like for nothing.
So in our like hypnotherapy terms, what is like life without the problem like for you?
Yeah, I mean, it's free, it's freedom, it's abundance, it's achievement, it's accomplishment, it's success, it's um easy.
How would
Every
you know that this project was successful?
I would know because, well, one, I have attached a pool being in the backyard to having X number of subscribers in the app. And so, I would, but
Cool.
in the next phase of the marketing, once we're actually done with the actual development, in the next phase of it is marketing. And I would know that because there'd be a pool in the backyard. And, that would be one way. I guess I would know because, I mean, I'd see more money in my bank account. I would know because I have, um, millions of comments on and 5-star reviews on the app, and people are constantly telling me how life-changing this app is. And I'll just be living day to day like in a place of total um like I'll be having fun.
Would you say the last few months have not? How long has this been? How much longer did it take than you anticipated?
It was supposed to take we broke ground on it, March of 22,
Okay.
and it was supposed to take 5 months to get through phase 1, and I had to take things off of the table, that are still not done in phase 1 to get even here, and it's over a year and a half later.
Okay. That helps me to feel a little bit of that frustration that you're feeling.
Yeah,
Okay.
like, there's 10 major things that are not even done, that I've taken off the table, and I still essentially had to pay for every single bit of this, yeah. And so, this next new development team is, 5 times more expensive, to develop the things that they were supposed to take care of,
So they
but
better
it'll
be
at
five
least
times more competent.
I know that they will be. I know that they will be. Just they're so thorough with just what they've done so far in just getting the scope of work together. I could just, I feel, and I've vetted these people out way, way more deeply
I'll bet.
than the last ones. The last one I let a big thing slide, which was that they told me that they built um my how like you have like your mentor, like this was my mentor app. This was the app that I wanted my app to be like. And they took advantage of me and told me that they built that app
I
when
did.
they had nothing to do with it. I don't think they've ever built an app. I think they just decided that they could do it. And it has been like every single tiny, tiny thing along the way has been like pulling teeth to get them to do it right. And you know, it's not anyone's fault that they don't know what they're doing. It's just, anyway, it's
Yeah.
like
Okay.
they just didn't know what they're doing. And so, yeah,
So when
it's,
you think about the frustration, the feeling
yeah,
sorry for yourself, all that kind of stuff,
yeah.
let's give that a number. 0 is none of it. You're feeling great. 10 is like the most you could be feeling. Where do you feel like you are on that scale right now? If you really kind of like feel into your body about that.
I'll be honest, I've done a lot of work on this so far,
Good.
to get to, overcome it. But I'm not
All that
there yet.
matters though is where you are right at this moment. Because
Yeah,
again, the present, like we talked about on the podcast, all that matters is right now.
yeah. So I want to say I'm probably at about a 6
Okay,
on the,
great.
yeah, on the
I'm going to
frustration.
write that down for you. For anybody listening to this, if you have something that's making you feel frustrated, resentful, little, pity party kind of thing going on, then write
Yeah.
down your number. We have
Mhm.
this kind of bias where we like to forget how bad things were after we've kind of worked on them a little bit. So write the number
Yeah.
down. I've got yours down here for you. And
Yeah.
now we're just going to like follow the leader. So I'm going to tap on a
Okay.
spot and say something. You're going to repeat it back.
Okay.
And only
So
if it's going to,
I do it at the same time
yep,
then.
you're going to tap
Okay.
right along with me. And we're just going to start, Victoria, by taking a nice deep inhale through the nose and a nice exhale out through the mouth. And you're just going to kind of keep your focus on all those feelings that you brought up in the last few minutes as we talked about this issue. Even though I have a lot of fear about this app,
Even though I have a lot of fear about this app,
and I feel like I've been taken for a ride this last year and a half,
and I feel like I've been taken for a ride this last year and a half,
I want to love and accept myself anyway.
I want to love and accept myself anyway.
Even though I feel shame bubbling up inside of me.
Even though I feel shame bubbling up inside of me,
And sometimes I just feel like I want to cry
and sometimes I feel like I just want to cry
because this has been going on for so long.
because this has been going on for so long and I don't know when it's ever going to end.
Good. I love and accept myself anyway.
I love and accept myself anyway.
And even though all I really want to do is release the past and move forward,
Even though all I really want to do is release the past and move forward,
I still have to do this tedious work
I still have to do this tedious work
in
because
order
they
to get
won't do
this
it.
thing, in order to get this thing out into the world.
In order to get this thing out to the world.
And I feel really sorry for myself.
And I feel really sorry for myself.
I love, accept, and forgive myself.
I love, accept, and forgive myself.
All this fear.
All this fear.
Am I doing this for nothing?
Am I doing this for nothing?
What are people going to think?
What are people going to think?
What if it launches and it still has all sorts of issues?
What if it launches and it still has all sorts of issues?
What are people going to think about me?
What are people going to think about me?
I feel all this resentment about what I've been through this last year and a half.
All this resentment over what I have been through this last year and a half.
This was supposed to be a fun project,
This was supposed to be a fun project.
a way to bring all of this awesome hypnotherapy stuff to the world in an easy way.
A way to bring all my awesome tools, hypnotherapy, law of attraction out to the world in
Yes.
an easy way.
Yeah. It wasn't supposed to be like this.
It was not supposed to be like this.
I feel like I have been so misled.
I feel like I've been so misled.
I know I have.
I know I have.
Without a doubt, I've been lied to
Without a doubt, I've been lied to
and taken advantage of.
and taken advantage of.
And I am so frustrated.
And I am so frustrated.
And I feel shame about making the decision to work with this team.
I feel ashamed for making the stupid decision to work with these people.
Makes me feel like I did something stupid.
It makes me feel like I did something stupid.
And sometimes I just want to cry and just forget about it all.
And sometimes I just want to cry and just forget about it all.
There has been a huge learning curve with this project.
There has been a huge learning curve with this project.
And there's part of me that thinks I don't ever want to make an app ever again.
There's part of me that thinks I don't want to ever make an app again.
And there's another part of me that thinks, man, I've learned a ton.
There is another part of me that thinks, wow, I've learned so much.
Yeah. I could probably design my own app now.
Absolutely. I've thought about that too. I could design my own app. Probably could have done it even faster.
I really appreciate the way that I'm learning and growing,
I do appreciate the way I'm learning and growing,
even though it is not what I intended.
even though it's definitely not what I intended.
And I worry if there's going to be issues after it launches.
And I do worry if there's going to be issues after it launches,
Or that it's ever going to be ready for the world.
or that it's ever going to be really ready for the world.
Between the team and Apple and all sorts of other issues,
Between the team, Apple, all other sorts of issues,
I've got my doubts.
I do have my doubts.
But I'm open to the idea that I'm getting closer and closer to launching this app out into the world.
I am open to the idea that I'm getting closer and closer to launching this app out into the world.
And when I see those glimmers of light,
And when I see those glimmers of light,
almost like I can see myself swimming in that pool in my backyard.
almost like I can see myself swimming in that pool in the backyard, or at least enjoying some cocktails out by the pool, watching it from afar.
I can see the crew digging into the ground and making room for it.
I can see the crew digging into the ground, making room for it.
I can see myself enjoying those cocktails.
I can see myself enjoying those cocktails, sit
And
by the
that is
fire
going to
pit.
be, that's going to be an affirmation that I have gotten lots of subscribers
That's an affirmation that I have gotten lots of subscribers
and that the app is working.
and that the app is working.
I'm going to give myself some grace.
I'm going to give myself some grace.
Of course, the app is going to have some glitches.
Of course, the app is going to have some glitches. All apps
Even
do.
even after I get this awesome new team working,
Even after I get this awesome new team working,
there's going to be things that need to be fixed from time to time.
there's going to be things it's perfectly normal that need to be fixed from time to time.
And those are just ways I can keep improving.
Those are just ways that I can keep improving.
And my subscribers will be nice and they'll tell me what's going on. They'll tell me what's not working.
And I have the best subscribers in the world. They're very generous and very kind with their feedback, and they'll always let me know in a nice, gentle way what's going on.
And then it can be fixed.
And then it can be fixed.
So I'm just releasing these doubts and frustrations down to a cellular level.
So I am just releasing all the doubts and frustrations down to a cellular level.
I've already come up with a great plan and a new team.
I've already come up with a great plan and a new team.
I've got the approval from Apple,
I got the approval from Apple,
aka the universe.
aka the universe.
And all the lights are looking like they're green.
All the lights are looking like they're green.
I'm an amazing hypnotherapist.
I am an amazing hypnotherapist.
I have a wealth of wisdom to share with the world.
I have a wealth of wisdom I can share with the world.
And I am ready to receive and get this app out into the world.
I am ready to receive and get this app out into the world
And change so many lives,
and change so many lives,
including my own.
including my own.
Another nice deep breath through the nose, Victoria. Exhale out through the mouth. Just tell me what came up for you as we were doing that, or what you were feeling or experiencing.
Oh, definitely. More acceptance, more positivity, more hope, more like kind of just that stuff dissipating.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Where would you say that you are on that scale of 0 to 10 now when you think about the frustration and the
I'm
resentment
like
and
somewhere
fear?
between a 2 and a 3.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
I'd like to say, hey, we cut it in half in
Yeah.
like 10 minutes.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So
No, that's great. That
this is
was
where I always
wonderful.
say, and to somebody like you that's already an expert practitioner in these sorts of things, this is where you look for what's left.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
some of what you have going on, you can't resolve it in the moment right now. It's going to be resolved as the project unrolls and as you
Yep.
confirm all of these things that you're now feeling.
Yeah.
And if there's something left that feels like you can work on it still, that's when you just go in for another round and you focus in on just that one little thing and notice it
Exactly.
going right down to a 0. So
Yeah.
amazing work. And for any of you who
Thank
tapped
you.
along with us, I always love to hear from people. I love to hear what you decided to tap on and what came up for you during it and your numbers. So email me, Theresa at theresalearlevine.com, and I'll bet you Victoria would love to hear from you too. Would you like to share a way to communicate?
Absolutely. Yes. Please do feel free to get a hold of me at victoriamgallagher.com and definitely go believe.
Awesome. Thank you all for tapping with me.
Thank you. Thank you for guiding me.